Loved one, it's TJ, and I'm back to share some essentials to vitality. I am in the process of reversing my physical age, and I like to use this as a practical, simple little guideline that takes the guesswork out of everything. So let's get into it. The first one is one of the obvious ones. Eat and drink. What we eat and drink. The foods that we eat and drink should be alkalizing. As we know, fruit and vegetables are alkalizing. And a good rule of thumb is to remember that fruit and vegetables are alkalizing, everything else is acidic. So, fruit and vegetables are alkalizing, everything else is acidic. Okay, that's just something that gives you a little bit of food freedom, and then you can go from there. The next one of my favorites, is what we think, feel, and our feelings and our emotions and how we think. Thinking more positively, meaning that there is grace, like that there is grace in everything that happens, and you have a trust in how things go in your life, and you believe there's possibility in everything. Like, even though we have obstacles and things that are not so good that happen to us, are we seeking the light? Are we seeking the lesson or lessons in any of those things? What we seek, we will find. And I truly believe that this is why we get the obstacles, because I look at it like a test. I can make a choice to wallow in whatever is happening and be upset about it and vent and all of that, just spend all this time on that. Or I could put my energy into it, and although I might be hurting at the time, perhaps I can find the fun in it, if you will, because I know that there is light on the other side. There's light somewhere here. There is a lesson somewhere here. Okay, this saying here, one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. I love this because it's 100% true. You can make a choice when you wake up, like, oh, this is a great day, like, period. I'm only available for that. I am not available for anything less than that. And it actually works. Like attracts like. Your interactions, you just have that expectation that your interaction, whether it's a loved one, a family member, or a stranger at the grocery store, you have the expectation that it's going to be a loving, positive interaction. Breath. Breath is another essential. It seems obvious because in order to live, we have to breathe. Well, breath work is what I'm referring to. Breath work is a relatively newer holistic healing modality, but there is evidence of people who have increased their immune systems and even healed their bodies by practicing breath work. I would encourage you to look it up. It's something that you can do in the privacy of your own home. And some people have even said that they could feel like the vibration in their bodies actually raising. You feel light, like you might feel low one moment, but when you do certain, practice certain breath work exercises, then you start to feel like everything is okay. And breathing oxygenates your blood, and that helps you to be in your genius, your creative genius, and out of fight, flight, freeze mode. And while flight, and freeze, try that, saying that 4 times. While the fight, flight, and freeze mechanism is here to protect us, a lot of times we don't realize that it's still on. And when it's still on, that means it's not appropriate. If I'm just sitting down relaxing, it's not appropriate for the fight, flight, freeze mechanism to still be on. What happens is it is pulling resources from other organs and things in my body, which those things need what they have in order to do their jobs. So what happens is when we don't realize that and it continues to go, it creates this basically illnesses, and people don't understand, like, these unanswered problems in their bodies. So it's very important, that we breathe and be intentional about it. So when I'm feeling anxious, I like to take 3 centering breaths. That's just a simple thing. 3 centering breaths. Now, breath work, the modality, it gets a lot deeper than just that, but that's a start to find your center and to get back into your body and to calm yourself down. Okay, let's move on to the next one: movement or exercise, a $1 billion industry. Let me just say this. It does not have to be in the gym. It doesn't have to be running if you don't like to run. It doesn't have to be biking if you don't like to bike. You know, it has to be in flow with who you are. So movement could be anything. I enjoy dancing, so I dance. I enjoy walking sometimes, so I walk. Dance is my favorite. I like hula hooping. I have not yet mastered it, but it can be fun. And I used to kill it in the gym. I killed it in the gym years ago, lost all this weight, but that was my life. Like, I would go to work, go to the gym, come home. It was just too much. It was all consuming, and it wasn't in flow with who I was. And it certainly is not in flow with who I am now. But if you feel like going to the gym one day, then go. If that is your vibe, then go do the gym. Some people do not consider it exercise unless they're on some sort of apparatus and doing all the things. And that's perfect if you like it, if you like that, if you love it. Okay, so movement and exercises is important so that we can have like our full vitality. You know, it's like be the vital force that you are. Get that kinetic energy going. The next essential is rest and sound sleep. I used to suffer from insomnia or sleep deprivation. I healed myself from that years ago. I created a PDF and an audio to go with it. It is free. If you are having that issue, I will remember to include it in the comments. It is free. You know, so many people, surprisingly, especially women, lose sleep. I figured it out for myself, and I'm just sharing it with everyone else. We underestimate sleep and rest. I think it was 2016 or 2017. The Consumer Reports had I think they dedicated the entire issue to sleep, if I'm not mistaken. And it just talked about the importance to sleep. Of sleep to our health. Like, we don't realize that when we miss sleep, you know, that's when, you know, you start getting that, maybe some of that dementia or Alzheimer's, you know, or something like that. And I know that those things can come from other stuff, but the lack of sleep does start causing the brain fog and the confusion. And what happens is when we go to sleep, our brains actually detox all of that mess and junk that we took in. We filter in so many things every single day, but our brains detoxifies and our entire bodies. It just regenerates. And it reminds me of like sci-fi films. I don't know if you've seen sci-fi films where the aliens have to go and, you know, or whatever, have to go and lay down and regenerate. And I'm like, we're very much those aliens. I don't know. I don't care what anybody else says. We got to do the same thing. You know, so sleep, sleep, sleep. Okay. And another one of my favorites, if not the favorite, is how you love. Love. Nothing else matters more than love. Love heals. Love is the answer to all things. Love protects. Love sets boundaries. How you love. And now we think it's what we seek from outside of us and what we seek from other people. But actually, our desire for wholeness and completeness is what we get when we learn to first love ourselves. And what happens is when you love on yourself, okay, your body is paying attention to all of this. Your body is healing, you know, when you just totally breathe in love into everything, even the obstacles, even the things that bother you. When you address it and you walk in the spirit, and when you move in the spirit of love, you will see healing happen. You will see the transformation. It's quite magical and beautiful. And so as you're loving on yourself, which is what you do first, that's the most important thing first. And then all of the interactions you have outside of you with other people and things, you handle it with more grace. And what happens is like attracts like. Okay. So what happens is you'll start to receive that in return. And what you have there, my friend, is a positive energy loop of beautiful love. You start to see different doors opening in different ways and different opportunities, things that you had desired, all along will start to unfold. Now, they might unfold and look different than what you anticipated, but they're going to unfold just the same. And when you love yourself, it opens the doors for you to also attract love from other people. Let's just say it: romantic love, love in friendships, love in families. You're just going to get that in return because you are vibrating on that frequency. That's the frequency you're on. That's the radio station that you're on. So everything on that station is love, 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 love. Okay. And you're just going to enjoy your life a lot more. Okay, guys, those are the essentials, and there are more, but these are the ones I felt were super important. And I hope this helps someone. Until the next video, live simply, be kind. Smooches.